everybody, this is Tim from Mainly Muscle Cars along with cameraman Ken, and today we are looking at a 1974 Bronco. A really neat Bronco. I like this one a lot. Just a good looking Bronco all the way around. It's mechanically good, structurally good, and it looks pretty damn fine too. Bought this one out of Northern California, so just a really good solid truck. Nice floors, nice rockers, good solid truck. If you're looking for a solid truck, this is one of the better ones you'll find. It's equipped right. From Wild Horses, the lift is nice suspension lift. This one has the long arm setup. This is like the Bronco Bob style that has a bushing instead of a Heim joint, so it's a little more compliant of a ride. You don't feel so much of what's going on like you do with a Heim joint. Okay, this one with that Wild Horse suspension has excellent alignment characteristics. It's got the long arms on it. Those are the Bronco Bob style with the bushings rather than a Heim joint. You just get a lot smoother ride out of it. You don't hear as much of the suspension working, so it's a lot nicer when it comes to that. Also, with that alignment, it's got 5 degrees of caster, which is really hard to get in a Bronco, and this one is right at 5. We did a couple other things to the alignment. It drives exceptionally nice. It's one hand, it's 70, so very comfortable to drive. Okay, on this truck, Hydro Boost disc brakes, really nice. Now, if you're out driving this one in traffic or you've got your wife driving it, it makes a huge difference. Once you kind of step up to 35s, it's hard to get them to stop with just a standard power front disc brake. You either need to step up to all 4 disc or put that Hydro Boost setup. This one uses a GM style Hydro Boost, so it's just all over the counter parts. You need it, you go to Napa, chances are they're going to have everything for you. You're not going to have to wait and order parts. Really nice setup. Like I say, if you've ever driven one of these with Hydro Boost that's done right, you really appreciate it, because this car will stop, and it will stop now. You can lock all 4 tires up very reliably if you want to. You typically can't lock tires up on a Bronco very easily, especially with 35s, so it just kind of goes to show you just how much braking you do have. A lot of add-ons on this one. Again, I could keep going on and on about that steering and suspension with the adjustable shocks in front, reservoirs in back. Just a real nice confident ride. A lot of good add-ons, but just a really good looking solid truck. We'll get inside, we can go over all the amenities in there, but if you're looking for a nice looking truck, solid, extremely capable, give this one a good look. All right, inside the truck, just again, really well appointed. Tilt column, works nice. It's got a brand new instrument cluster from Tom's Bronco. The dash was taken out and powder coated. It's got the Tuffy box for the glove box. Neat thing about the Tuffies is that they're steel in the back as well, so if you needed ever to store something valuable in there, like a watch, a wallet, carry a handgun, those go in there extremely safe, about as good as you're going to get. It has the matching console. So if a wife comes along, her purse should fit in there just fine, depending on mine's might not, I don't know. But anyway, really nice setup to have, both keyed, very secure. Again, really hard steel, so you know it's about as secure as you can get. Family cage in here, done really well. It's got it's got handles, it's got the front bar. It has the rear bar, like a double rear bar for the kids in back with a harness setup. So you get those little dudes strapped in there, they're not moving. So anyway, carpeted floors were fully lined, the carpet set over. That does a couple things. One, it really cuts down on the heat transfer from underneath the truck. Also, it really cuts down on the sound. So it gives you a couple layers of insulation there that you'll really will appreciate. And if you decide you don't like it, you can pull the carpet out and you still have nice lined floors. But just, man, you could just keep going on and on inside here. Really cool shifter. This is the first of its kind I have seen. Really nice setup. So if you do go out in the sand or your 4-wheel drive, you really can't knock it out of gear. So if you're in third, you can go third neutral if you want to, or third second, but really there's no banging around that's going to move this shifter into a gear that you don't mean it to be in. So it works really nice. It's cable actuated, a real high-end piece, so that's something I really like in here. Also from Wild Horses, it has the twin stick setup, so you can control both front and rear axles independently. So if you're off-roading, this thing definitely has the capability. That also comes from another thing I forgot about, the Strange 9-inch in back, so it's a full Strange housing. It's not a Ford carrier, and basically it's a Strange unit. And that is a locker in there. It's an aggressive one. We have a Dana 44 in front, so that's the heavy-duty unit. If you're looking to go out and put some power down, it's set up, nice new drive shaft in front, heavy-duty in the back. Just kind of could keep going and going. So very well sorted, well built, solid Bronco that is just really nice looking. Paint is in good condition. It's very nice for Bronco standards. Looking out over the hood, you can see how nice it is. Also, thanks, this is a brand new windshield too. Had a wiper burn on it, so we put a new windshield in it. So a lot of fun. Okay, starting it up, it's nice and quiet. That in part comes from it's got a turbo style muffler, which isn't as loud as a chambered muffler, which you will like if you drive them a lot. Sometimes you get that Flowmaster, and if you're going to put a lot of miles on it, if you don't have an insulated floor or if you're running a 2-chamber, they can get it really loud. This one is comfortable enough. You could easily drive it every day. It's not offensive. But we'll go out, we'll take her for a spin. But it's nice and quiet inside. But the biggest thing is how this thing drives. You can, most of the time when you see a Bronco with 35s, I call them chicken chasers because they get enough lift on them that when you're going down the road, it goes right and left and right and left, and it's unnerving to drive those. This one, it's one hand, it's 60 miles an hour, 70 miles an hour, and it's comfortable. It's not too loud inside the truck.